Good day, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Complete Sports Update, where we will be bringing to you the latest and trending stories in the world of sports. I am Abib Kuranga and I have with me
James Agberebi.
It's an action-packed fixtures over the weekend. The exciting matches are back in Europe's top 5 leagues, with Manchester United losing away to Tottenham Hotspur by 2-0, while West Ham United recorded a resounding 3-1 victory over Chelsea at the London Olympic Stadium. Real Madrid also recorded a 3-1 victory over Almeria, while Victor Osimhen's Napoli also win their first game as the defending champions for the first time in 33 years. Manchester United part ways with Mason Greenwood. The 21-year-old English forward was released by Manchester United on Monday. The 2023 World Athletics Championships in Budapest is up and running. Team Nigeria started the campaign on a disappointing note. And these are some of the stories making up the rounds across the sporting scene. So James, over the weekend, it was actually, more like a shock result coming over the weekend. With starting from the English Premier League with Chelsea losing their foot against West Ham United, and also Tottenham Hotspur recording a victory over Manchester United. So what do you have to say about the matches across the Europe's top 5 league?
Well, to start with the Premier League, Chelsea seems the players following the sending off of the Moroccan player, but Chelsea didn't really take advantage of that one-man advantage. They still went on to concede and they lost 3-1. I think there's going to be kind of a pressure on the coach, Pochettino, who just came in during the summer, and the expectations are very high now. They brought it to a point where the fans will start calling for his head, and also the head of some of the players. For Manchester United, the way they've not been convincing since the league started, so I think they have their work cut out. In Spain, Real Madrid back to back. I think they want to wrestle the title away from Barcelona. They lost it last season. It's now back to back victory for them. Jude Bellingham, who just joined from Borussia Dortmund, has been so fantastic for them. It's not every player that always have that opportunity to join a big club. It kind of ease you and make make it easy for him. Look at somebody like the former Chelsea player, Eden Hazard. He was a disaster at Real Madrid, despite the fact that he went there as a high-profile player, but he was not able to do anything. He had to leave the club, So I think good one for Jude Bellingham, good one for Real Madrid. So far, so good for them. And also in the Serie A, the champions, they continue. We don't know whether they will put good money down, and who knows? The game is a business. So if the top clubs come with good cash, we might end up seeing Osimhen playing in another club.
Yes, we might end up seeing Osimhen playing for another club, most especially for an elite club. So now, Manchester United, it was actually announced yesterday that they've released Mason Greenwood, the 21-year-old, actually, after the court case, and everything. So now, do you think that decision is actually the right one?
For me, it was a very difficult decision. I don't know whether it's right or wrong. That's another story entirely. It was tough for the club to come out and it is about the image of the club, because I know that if they are pretending, playing in the ground in the Premier League is going to face a lot of criticism, going to face a lot of backlash from the fans. I think that was what the club are trying to avoid, because in instances like this, in past incidents like this, we've seen players, whether they've been exonerated, they still get these boos, jeers from opposing fans. I remember the likes of Benjamin Mendy, former Manchester City player. He was acquitted, but the club he joined in France, Lorient. I think I learned jeers from fans, despite the fact that he was acquitted. So the club side, I understand why they decided to allow him to go. It was a tough decision. Whether I say it's right or wrong, that's a different thing entirely. And I don't know. I just hope that we're able to pick the pieces up and forge ahead, because he's still a young player. Luckily for him, I think it's better for him to just leave England, go to a decent league. Doesn't mean if he should leave England, everything is settled. The news is everywhere, So I just hope it will not affect his career.
Yes, because another news popped up not quite long that Saudi Arabian club Al Ettifaq, managed by Steven Gerrard, actually keen in signing Greenwood. I just hope the move can, materialize and maybe he can just get his career back on track.
A player like Greenwood, I don't know whether Saudi Arabia is the best place for him to go now, because most of the guys who have been going to Saudi Arabia are those who are like kind of winding up their career. He's not. I don't think he's even up to 25 years.
He's 21.
21. I mean, so for him to go to Saudi Arabia, I mean, I know it's difficult, but with the way things are, I don't think Saudi Arabia is the best bet for him, because for a player who wants the exposure and everything, I think it's going to be a tough one. I don't know. You might go there and do well, but human beings, they don't forget things. So I don't know. It's going to be difficult. His career is going to be affected one way or the other. Any way you want to look at it. Somebody like former Manchester City player again, they call Adams. He had this issue too.
Adam Johnson.
He never recovered. He went to prison. He came back. He just went off like that. So things like this always affect the players. So it's going to take a miracle for somebody like Greenwood, very talented player, to now bounce back, because the issue is something that over there in the other part of the world, they don't take it lightly. Whether you come out innocent or not, it will live with you. That's just the sad part about it.
We just hope Mason Greenwood the very best in his next chapter. So now the 2023 Budapest World Athletics Championship is actually up and running, and it's not a really good impression from the team Nigeria. So with the likes of Brume, Chukwuebuka actually missing out on medals now. So looking at the likes of Kenya, Uganda, Ethiopia, Botswana, racking up medals, while Nigeria is yet to rack up just a single medal. So what is your feeling about this generally?
Well, so far not so good for Team Nigeria. Nigeria, one of the biggest countries when it comes to sport in Africa, but when you have countries, no disrespect to the likes of Uganda, the likes of Botswana, they're already on the medals table. In Kenya, you cannot call Kenya a small team when it comes to athletics, when it comes to sports in general. I think maybe Nigeria, one thing I've come to observe about Team Nigeria is we are kind of a slow starters. We still have the release there. But so far, like I said, not so good for Nigeria. The likes of Rosemary Chukwuma, she lost out in the semi-final of the 100 meters. Chukwuebuka Enekwechi lost out in the shot put. Orishe, he missed out in the sprint. So all those now is on Toby Amuson. Brume lost out in the long jump. So most of the people who've been having faith in to do well for Nigeria, they've been crashing out. Like I said, hopefully before the competition ends, we're able to register a couple of medals. The last time it was just 2 medals, a gold and a silver from Brume and Toby Amuson. So let's just hope that we're able to, before the competition ends, we'll register a couple of medals.
Yes, definitely. Our hope really lies on the other athletes that are yet to begin their own category. So James, thank you for the wonderful, insightful analysis. Yes, so guys, we've come to the end of this week's episode. We'll see you again next week, same time. Bye for now.